Hello and welcome back to Starfield. This is NG+3 now. Wow, we are moving along. So, yeah, a couple of long recording sessions last night, yesterday. We got through Ryujin's quest line completely, and then we went Constellation all the way up to where we meet the Starborn. So that's cool. And after I shut down, I put it around a little bit late last night and this morning, doing some shopping, selling off the loot, acquiring some resources, and upgrading my weapons, which we can do now. I've unlocked the weapon upgrades that I really like, things like better ammunition and silencers and other things to make my weapons slightly more accurate and do a lot more damage. And put it around with that for a bit. You can see me right outside Jemison Mercantile here. We're in photo mode, where we've just finished selling off the last remains of our resources that we over-acquired. I won't be doing any crafting for a while, so I went ahead and sold the remains so we don't have any excess resources. Let me check real quick. I just realized I didn't check my ship's hold. We could sell off those ostentic manifolds. Maybe buy some more ship parts too.
Oh, please, take a look.
So, sell resources, manifolds, and keep forgetting which category ship parts wound up in. Aid? Yeah, there they are. She had a few.
Thanks for coming in.
So we've got enough credits that we could consider doing a ship refit. And now I'm thinking, what do I want to do before I do a ship refit? Well, I want to acquire the Mantis ship. Okay, or actually, better yet, instead of going Mantis this time, I mean, let's do the Mantis eventually, but I think I'm going to use the Star Eagle as my base, and we'll start out with it as a very small ship, and we'll build it up over time until it's our big Class C thing. I'm going to try to avoid being a flat plate. So we're going to need the Star Eagle, and we're going to need to do one more thing with Walter. He wanted to talk to us at the end of the last episode. I believe that is the quest that has us designing ships. We're going to go do Walter's thing with the ship now. That makes sense because the last thing we did was with Walter. So we're going to kind of continue with him.
Hello.
And for the moment, my plan is to finish up with this and then to head to Aquila City and join the Freestar Rangers. And that's an interesting little quest line that'll take a while. Why do I get the feeling this is going to turn into a big recording if I'm not careful? Well, today it's not raining. So I will be breaking up the recordings a bit so I can go touch grass. And Teresa, if you want me to hear what you're saying, you have to speak up. Anyway, we're seeking out Walter, because he did want to talk to us. By the way, there's our weapon. It doesn't look any different, but it does more damage.
I wonder what has happened while we have been away.
We are going to have to actually find Walter. I believe we have an activity to go talk with him. Yes, we do. Oh. Well, apparently that doesn't actually light up a spot showing where he is, so we're just going to have to search the lodge for him. Here he is. Hey, Walter.
Take note. Everyone here is worth learning from. Yes, even the kid. I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon. There's no fooling you. Don't worry, this is a much lower stake opportunity. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested?
I'm not sure what gates this quest. It doesn't always appear immediately. In fact, usually I have to do a whole bunch of other things, and then Walter will step in way later and say, "Can I talk to you?" This time it was immediate, so we're going to do it.
Love the enthusiasm. I knew there was a reason I picked you to help with this project. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done. I did not. Part of the problem is that my designers seem to be having trouble agreeing on a plan. I should mention that you're not there to make design decisions. You're there to get the project back on track and help guide them. So, ideally, you're not adding to the problem.
Ideally, I'm not adding to the problem.
R&D needs to happen first whenever work starts on a new project. It's a natural stalling point since we need to make so many big decisions. In this case, we're talking about looking at our existing fleet of ships and using data we've gathered to see what consumers want. But of course, each member of the R&D team can interpret that data to suit their own confirmation bias. I'm guessing that's what we're seeing here. Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
Okay. So go to the Stroud Star Yard. Overdesigned.
Docking integrity, 100%. Good to go, Cap.
Captain, greetings.
I'm Walter Stroud, and on behalf of Stroud and
Walter is quite proud of what his company has accomplished, and for good reason.
we are creating revolutionary new starships at prices that are out of this world. You've seen the rest. It's time
I'm
you
proud to be
tried
part of the Stroud
the
Eklund
Stroud
team.
Eklund.
Okay. I'm not sure where that voice was coming from.
Tried and true is what we should focus on.
Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hello. Hi Hi there. You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job. Oh, I just assumed. You know what? I'm really sorry. I should trust Walter knew what he was doing. My bad.
Even so, we have plenty of designers.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it. Ah, right, so you mentioned. Let's move on to solving our budget issues then, shall we? We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with?
Well, they told you to build the newest, hottest ship. It sounds like you should be able to justify the kitchen sink.
While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical. And the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction. And they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen sink, hence the name. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs. And would something that expensive actually sell?
Maybe this is the ship that I go forward with.
It's more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything. I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, which budget proposal we go with falls on you.
Okay, we go with the kitchen sink
I was
proposal.
afraid you'd say that. Look, I'm the one who has to go to the board with this proposal, so before I can convince them this is going to be worth it, you're going to need to convince me.
I could do that.
Well, I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them. Yeah? So you've done this before? Well, Walter did choose you for a reason. Well, there's always room for personal improvement, I suppose. Maybe. I won't rule it out. Okay, I think you made some good points. I'll go to the board with the kitchen sink proposal and get that approved.
Well, Jules, it seems you have your work cut out for you.
Great, that's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions.
Okay, so what do we need to do?
Great! Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
Okay, so talk to the team and... yeah.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know. Honestly, as senior technical... Regardless, I'm excited. This is wonderful to hear. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback. Of course. But first, what pilot demographic is current? Well, My idea is a little less conventional. I believe we should invest in making a dedicated exploration ship.
So she's all about
We
exploration.
and other manufacturers have. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new. Thanks. Okay, yeah. Bye.
She wants to explore.
I'm wondering if we need an... Then again, Good. Just so long as you don't push... Speaking of which, I think my plan is simple. No frills.
No frills, okay.
It's truth, and we need it. The others believe we need to think... So I'm thinking, there's loads of fight. What I figure is, the cargo running business, nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it.
Okay, so family cargo hauler. Got it.
Wait, really? I hope you're being... Later, mate.
Okay, so we've got explorer and cargo.
Oh, no. And I'm supposed to come up with one too, but... Thank you for saying that. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation.
An RV.
You
Okay.
probably think that's...
I think that would be good.
Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up...
Okay, so far we
take
got
care, okay?
explorer, cargo, and family RV. Well, that sounds a whole lot like the Rolling Stone.
You know, I have designs. So, you must have never mind that. Ah, yes. At least you may be more... Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. High-end performance. This will be the most elite...
Okay, that's
I'm
also
glad you
worthwhile
agree.
goal.
Such... 2 words. Conspicuous consumption. Of course you do. Everyone would want to look that... Because I am the lead designer on the project. It is literally my job to design it. It is frustrating because I keep getting pushback. And Jules had this idea that we will make a better product by designing it all together. Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. It was much easier before. Yeah, see you.
Okay, so I'm thinking a craft that is designed to be flown by small families, which has exploration capabilities, which means range and scanning. It has cargo capability. It has luxury, so it's comfortable.
This is going great. Just
So,
fantastic.
yeah, the Rolling Stone hits it.
If this keeps up.
I can't believe Stroud pulled this off.
So we need to do a couple of... Let's see. Need to talk with her again? Let's take a look. Make sure I'm not doing that too soon. Optional, give feedback on the team's proposals. I'm going to do a bounty mission and a passenger mission, and then we will give feedback. So transport traders to Montara Luna. And I could do all of them. Why not?
Captain, do you
So the first thing I want to do is transport traders to Montara Luna.
for contraband and you can be on your way. All right.
Acquire the
We're
power
done.
on
Go
through
ahead
them.
and land.
And that's a crash. Interesting. I haven't had those. Let me reload. I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're loading back in. We should be after the jump.
Welcome to Freestyle Space. We're going to do a quick scan for contraband and you can be on your way.
Okay.
And that's it. You're cleared to land.
And we have that mission to go to Anthem. We need to stop at the Wagoner farm first for the transport. That was not one of my designs.
Clear. Initiating landing sequence.
I wonder if there's a way to have the game use only the pictures I've taken. Okay, so you guys are done. I think I'm going to go get the power and then do the destroys.
Landing commencing.
Let me make sure there's no time limit on the other quests here. We're good. Okay.
Captain.
That looks like the temple that direction, but I'm not seeing any scanner anomalies. There it is. This may not be yeah, we can get a great deal of the way there. Let's do one more jump to get over all this broken land. See if I can land it here. There we go. A little careful jiggering around to get in place. And we are down here. I really ought to just let myself get injured. Yeah, I need to... Oh, come on. Okay. That one disappeared almost immediately. So now I'm remembering why I disabled these. Oh well, I don't have to do them. They do get me the quantum essence that I need to upgrade my materials. Yeah, I'm missing him consistently now. That one I hit right on. So I'm thinking the musical cues don't always indicate when you hit. Because I hit some of those and there was no musical stab on it. So these are actually upgrading whatever the power is, but they do spawn a Starborn. Maybe not this early? I don't know. They should be spawning a Starborn now.
This is what Constellation has been for. This place there.
Where'd he go? There we go. Now, between the attack of the Starborn and Drasia talking, I didn't see which power came up. I'll have to look back at the recording. Okay, our next thing is go to Alchiba and destroy the Crimson Fleet Wraith. And there's another power to acquire. Okay. So we need to cruise to him. By doing the temples, that at least gets me some additional skills in some of the powers that I don't think about. Which might be a good thing as I start to explore around and find powers that are interesting. Like Elemental Pole, I've used a few times this playthrough and haven't really used it much before. It seems pretty powerful. We should have just grav jumped out to this one. Oh, another minute. Oh, somebody interdicted me. Really? That's two. And they got with me one of their torpedoes. If you're in front of me, I've got you, even with your fancy schmancies. go. So in theory, let's take a look at our void form. We could upgrade it twice. Let's do that. Okay, that just made it worthwhile. Okay, everything's back to top. Autopiloting onward to our quest destination. Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it is. Boss is dead.
You've taken down their shields.
And their grav drive is
Their shields have been knocked down. Excellent work.
All done. See if he had any decent loot. I'm not going to worry about the other ones. Nothing much. Okay, now we head to there, Alchiba 2. I am going to grav jump to it. We're going to pick up the power on Alchiba 2.
Touchdown imminent.
It's right dead ahead of it. How about that?
There may not be life here, but we should still be cautious.
I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
So this one is a little higher gravity than the other one. We're not going to be bouncing around quite as much. I can land us over here.
The tools, the methods. There's so much that could be learned.
Well, so far, we haven't learned anything at all about the origin of the temples and the artifacts. Because all of this starts with somebody finding an artifact. And that would be Victor Isa who found it, and then by some means went back in time to talk to himself to give him all the information about what happens. We still haven't figured out what happened to initiate that process. We're going to skip this one. So dead centering it is not a good thing because you can't necessarily see them come up. We need to be off center a bit. So it tends to be in front of us. That one chimed in right below us there. I'm not even sure we had to move to get that one. Not done yet. We're not going to get to that in time.
Imagine how long this has been here.
There we go. So between my weapon and Andresia's weapon, he really didn't stand much of a chance. Especially with phase time. Okay. Next thing we need to do is destroy the Crimson Fleet Banshee 2 at Hyla. Go to Albatani first. Fine.
Annihilate them.
You're actually out of range, but that's okay. Just the one? Just the one. Can upgrade Void Form again. 8. Oh, that's right. We're looking for Crimson Fleet guy. Who's in Hyla? Duh. I don't know why my brain suddenly flipped to getting a power mode.
Another jump down. Take that, Dad.
Who you? You see Reef.
System, begin a transaction log.
Have you got anything I want? You don't have anything I want. Suppose I could ask him if he heard anything interesting. And that's another crash, and that was as I hit L. We'll be back in a moment. And we are back. I'm going to go ahead and travel to the destination.
I'm going in now!
I really ought to get him locked up and all that, but locking. Boom. All done. Now we can go back to our main mission, having done a little bit extra. So hopefully this encourages them to design a ship that can be used for personal exploration and running cargo and as a family getaway, and at the same time be the peak of luxury. So everybody who is anybody will want one.
Seals are tight. We're docked.
Captain, greetings.
Let's see if we can finish this up.
Out of curiosity.
Hey, Jules.
Well, we're making progress now, I guess. Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't
she
really
has one.
expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess. I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market.
Ooh.
Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded free stars.
So when the family isn't on vacation, Daddy can take the ship out and shoot pirates. I like it.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm hoping when the time comes, I'll be able to convince the others that's what we should go with.
Okay, so we've done all the stuff.
Versatility may not be what certain customers are looking for.
So you managed to complete a couple different missions. This will give us lots of data to support building a ship that can tackle a variety of scenarios. Of course, if we build a ship like that, we may need the kitchen sink budget, but we'll see. Thanks for your help.
We will need
now,
the kitchen
we just
sink
need
budget.
to solve our interpersonal issues so we can agree on a design. Easy, right?
Okay.
You seem awfully confident for someone who doesn't know how long we've been dealing with this. I've tried everything I can think of besides some sort of hokey team building exercise. So, what do you think you can do differently?
Well, if we do team building, everybody will hate me for the team building exercise together.
You know what? Why not? I'll try anything at this point. Stranger things have happened. And since you mentioned the idea, I think you should be the one to lead us in the guided... I don't know if it... So, you... Okay, Okay, everyone, listen up. Our new friend offered to lead us in a group meditation session as a sort of team building. Everyone take a...
By working as a team, we can conquer any challenge.
Because Mr. Stroud is requiring us to listen to your friend, and I have every intention of doing just that because I like my job and I don't want to get fired.
I am confident we will succeed.
I
trust
my
my
team
teammates and they
trust me.
No idea whether...
I believe in myself and my ability to do my job well.
I have no idea whether our choices here matter.
We will get this project back on track. Nothing can stop us from
From success. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Thank you for leading us.
I've been through a few team building exercises like that over the years, and every one of them, at the end of it, my reaction was, well, that's an hour I'll never get back.
You know what? I'll do whatever anyone wants, so long as I never have to go through something like that again.
I'm with you, Frank.
Okay, everyone. I think that's it. Let's get back to work.
Okay, Jules, let's finish
We're
this
all
up.
super glad you're here, right, everyone? Well, we are. Based on the decisions you made, well, I'm not quite sure what kind of ship we're going to end up with, but it should be capable in a variety of situations. It sure will have a lot of stuff to it. Now that we've addressed all our issues, we can move forward. If you could do us a favor.
And back to Walter. Yay! If we've done this right, we should have access to the new ship, and it should have unlocked some new Slayton engines.
It's good to be back in our own ship.
What can I help you with?
In fact, I don't even need to go to the cockpit. We'll just go straight to the lodge.
I do not spend as much time here as some of the others, but I appreciate that I was still given my own room.
I'm expecting big things from you with this ship project. Don't let... At this point, I don't care what you have to do to get that project back on track. Within reason. Good to hear. I figured as much. See, I just finished looking over the final design they sent over before you arrived. I've got to say, it's certainly interesting. They managed to cram just about everything they could into it. Honestly, I don't think it ever occurred to me to do something like that. I'll be honest with you. This is the most expensive ship we've ever made. But I'm confident we can set a price point to make it work. I'll be happy to make it my new personal ship. Additionally, I want you to have one of the first off the assembly line for all of your hard work. Feel free to pick it up at the Star Yard. Thanks again.
Hey, so let's go take care of this. Now Vlad will have lines on additional temples, which we can do at some point. Collect your new ship. I think we can just do that down here.
Got anything? Hey, what can I do for you? Sure, have at it.
Okay, so we've got the Frontier, the Guardian, the Datura, and a Kepler R, which is the new ship from Stroud. So what's it got? Class C reactor. It's got some lasers and some rail guns. Those are going to have to go. It's running the Supernova 2200 engines. Meh. Yeah, it's got a little bit of everything and a lot of nothing. But before I take it apart completely, let's actually look inside. Oh, and everybody wants to talk, probably about the previous. Where the heck? Oh, it's a side entry on the other side of the ship. Yeah, we're going to redesign this thing. And we're going to do it at our outpost where we have all the parts unlocked. I'm going to start off with building a very small ship. Very small, but very capable. Over time, we will expand it. So coming up from below, we've got the control center. We got an infirmary. Okay, I hate ladders.
You keep installing new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day.
Okay, back to our outpost where we're going to do a ship refit video next. I'm going to cut this here, and when we come back, I will have worked out what I want to do on the shipbuilding, and we will go through my first build. Actually, no, let's just do it. Because I want this to be a really quick, small build.
Dust off.
Right.
Orbit achieved.
And that's a crash. I am disappointed. Back in a moment. Hello and welcome back to Starfield. This is going to be a quick shipbuilding video. We're going to build the Rolling Stone, which is my little explorer slash small scale cargo slash family runabout slash fighter slash whatever else luxury ship that all of the celebrities are going to want. In other words, the ship that these guys should have built. So we're starting from scratch. I literally picked up the Stroud ship and renamed it and deleted everything. And now I need to start building it. We're going to start with a landing bay. I'm going to start with the landing bay that enters from the top. Okay, that'll give us a little bit of room. What I want to do is I want to center this around the cockpit. It is the, where'd it go? Drake C7. This is actually a hab part, so we're going to need to put in our own doors at some point. Now on top of this, I want to center something behind. I have the plan worked out in my head and I've roughed it out a little bit. So we're going to start with one of these guys pointing backwards. Okay? It is going to have, come on, a passageway leading forward into the cockpit. Now, you don't normally have to put your own doors where you're attaching cockpits, but this is actually considered to be a hab part by the game engine. So we do need to put our own door in there. What I'm thinking is engineering slash whatever, that whole nice busy engineering area that has my Rev 8 in it. Rev 8. We're going to need doors on here like that. And I'm going to go down to the Stroud Premium Edition 2x2. And we want the engineering/hangar. Now this is interesting. I didn't realize this. It has not only the 4 crew stations, but it also has 4 lander thrusts. So if we keep our ship light, we don't need any landing gear. We just use this guy for our landing. Cool, huh? Now off the side here, I am going to put in, again, let's go all the way to the top. I'm going to put in some passways here. First of all, these guys, I'm not going to be a passage. There's actually going to be just a porthole. So let's do that. Okay. Passageways, you don't have a separate starboard and port version. Okay. So I still need captain's cabin, and I'm thinking maybe control stations of some sort. Or either control stations or crew. We'll see. But to get there, go back down here, and again I'm going to try to avoid building the flat thing, which means I'm going to end up building something again that looks kind of like the Enterprise. In this case, I do want a door leading into the captain's cabin, but it's going to be one of these guys. It's a fancy door. And you are going to be an SPE 2x1, 1x2, whichever one it is. This way, captain's cabin. Entry from the aft. Okay. Save one of you off. Bring you across and rotate you to here. What do I want on here? Armory, brig. Hold on. This guy gave us 4 crew stations. Be nice if this gave us living space. Passenger slots. Oh my goodness, 14 passenger slots. Well, that'll help with carrying things. Quarters 2x1. Could do it all in, yeah, let's do it all in one. That gets us 4 passenger slots. Okay. So that's all hooked up. We've got doors in. Now I want to hook up my weapon modules pointing forward. So we go to structural. Stroud's got those big fat nose cones that I kind of like. Okay, we're going to be putting something underneath the 2 habs here. So on the top, these are where our weapons are going to go. Disruptor 3310 proton beams. And on the bottom, same thing. Okay. Cargo. I'm going to put the cargo in right there. Not a lot of cargo, because I haven't turned on the whole clipping thing. Once we turn on clipping, I may find better places to put more cargo. But that should do us for now. That gets us a bit of cargo. Okay, we're still missing engines. So for the engines, I could set us up with a set of 4330s. Oh, come on. You. This way. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that. The other engines I've been using these 3015s. These give us slightly more speed. I don't think I need the speed. Actually, I could go for speed instead of mobility. Reason why I do 4 of these is to get the mobility, and even that, you notice our power without this engine in place, we use less power pips to do him. Now let's do that. Okay. So immediately forward to you. I'm going to put fuel tanks. Plenty of fuel so we can go far distances when we grav jump. Now we need reactors and we need grav drive. The stock grav drive for this is this guy, which has a jump thrust of 22. I prefer the R4000, which is a jump thrust of 27. The stock SPE reactor is pretty nice. It's power generated 30. My non-SPE reactor that I like to use is I'm not seeing it. I thought we had all of the reactors unlocked here. Apparently we don't. Let's just use this one then. The rest of these are not going to hit 30. This one's actually very nice. Yeah, there's some that are missing. Cool. Well, good to know that. So if I go with the stock Stroud grav drive, that only gets us 28 light years range. So we are going to go with the bigger one. This guy gets us 19, that gets us 27. Boom. Whoops. Where did you go? There you are. So we are getting like a 28,000 credit positive from selling off the old parts. So the old parts I sold off were actually a prototype, and where we had 180. This gets us a top speed of 150, mobility 100, jump range of 30 light years, crew of 4, no shields yet. Shield. Let's go with the Marduk 1040A. There we go. Decent shields, decent cargo, max jump range and mobility. Top speed is the best you can get without going for the 3015s. And now we need to assign the weapons. And, oh, we need a docker. I love putting the slimline docker right on top of that. That way you come in, when you board from another ship, you end up in your your cockpit. Now, we could have done this entire build even smaller. Okay. We don't actually need any halves other than the cockpit. We're going to be soloing around. In fact, I may build a solo scout, which is just a Drake C7 cockpit and just enough stuff to be a viable ship. Maybe not even weapons. I don't know. Maybe just the weapons on here. 1, 2, 3 weapons. That would do it. Someday I may build that. This is as small as I want to go today. And it is not the Enterprise. Thank you. Except this is the Rolling Stone. If I've done it right, it should just work. It is really weird not seeing any landing gear. And it's unfortunate that the vehicle doesn't spawn below. Oh, that's right. I turned off all the special effects on you. I'm going to turn that on real quick. I'll be right back. We probably need to do a save load to pick it up. We may need to go somewhere. Let's do a F5 to save, an F9 to quick reload. Let's see if that comes back and shows us our fancies on the bottom of our engineering/hangar. No, it doesn't. I am curious as to the minimal changes it would take for us to get that. So we're going to go just reload zone. Nope, nothing. How about I go up to orbit and come back down? See if that's enough to do it.
Pressure holding. Takeoff looks good.
I wonder if I actually have to exit the game for that change of the SPE options to take effect.
Apogee complete. We're in orbit.
Full power to engines and shields and weapons. And the grav drive is almost full. Wow. If we had 1 point of aneutronic fusion, that would fill up. See if launching and landing is enough.
No organics here. Valuable minerals, perhaps.
Nope, no fancies. Okay, so I am going to have to exit the game and come back in to get that, I guess. I'll see if that works. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, having exited the game entirely. Let me see if there's some special instructions on the SPE webpage. Hold on. Okay, figured it out. I had to get into the shipbuilder and change the parts. So I changed out the part for something else, and then I went into the shipbuilder again and changed it back, and now we've got thrusters on the bottom. Yay! It's kind of a subtle effect, but I really wanted it to be there. So now when we take off, there you go. You can see the thrusters coming out of the bottom of the engineering hangar bay.
Calculating.
When you have a moment.
And orbit stabilizing. Perfect.
And we should be able to do the same thing coming back down. I can probably turn off the Kintech creation at this point. Save myself some pointer handles. There we go. Now we can see the engineering bay providing the lander thrust. And I hope I haven't messed things up. Let's make one last check since we did edit the ship. We've got our portholes, which allow us to check the cargo and the weaponry, maybe. Well, the cargo. Guess I can see the weapons from there. These are the wrong doors.
Anything I can help you with, Captain?
Oh, let's fix the doors. I really just want to be able to walk through the ship. I don't need hermetic seals in such a small ship. I think. I could be wrong. Okay, it's these two doors that were wrong. There. Didn't need to take the cockpit up because its doors were correct. There we go. Accept. Changing the doors out was free. As everybody knows, those big ceiling doors are just absolutely free.
Yeah.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
Drive so we can float around.
Everybody talking at me. These are now passageways. Huh, laundry back there. Cool. They think of everything. It'd be nice if I could change what graphic shows up on the screen. Oh, sorry, Andresia, were you in there? Everybody wanted to talk. Let's take care of that.
So, yes.
Well, not everybody.
Hello, Captain. I have to talk about the Starborn. Do you have a second? You do, right?
Yeah, I do. This is going to be awkward. I think these are the breadcrumbs you follow if you want to slowly let Constellation know you're a Starborn. I'm not going to...
Right? How could we not talk about it for the rest of our lives? It could be the or... Spoken like a true scientist. I agree. We just need more data. There has to... It's one of our few facts about them. This could be a turning point for... Or it could be just... Or a gazillion. All we know is... Agreed. And who knows?
Okay, so I'm not going to reveal myself as Starborn, but I will make use of my Starborn knowledge to kind of hint at things a little bit here and there. This is actually a nice all-in-one. We've got more beds than the all-in-ones I'm used to. We've got a nice place to sit. If I were going to do more stuff in here, more building, I would probably put in a coffee table or something. Kitchen table someplace. Oh, I've got someplace to sit and eat. Okay. Actually not bad. Yeah, I'll keep it. So that's the 2-bit tour of the new ship. We can't place the armillary yet, of course. What the heck is in the Rolling Stone? Oh, goody. We need to sell all this junk. Some other time I will handle selling the junk. Anyway, that's it for the quick ship video. Only 20 minutes or so. We're built. We're ready to go. I'll figure out what to do and we'll start a new recording. I'll see you then. Okay, I'm going to follow up on this. We designed the Rolling Stone and I realized that we do not really have enough cargo space. And I'm going to go back to New Atlantis and talk to Amelie about the clipping note, and we are going to add some cargo to this thing. So, star map. And yeah, I'm going to end up concatenating several recordings together for this episode. So we're going to start off with going back to Walter's people and having them design the ship, and then deciding I could do a much better job on my own than everything they've done. Also, I'm curious as to why that one reactor that I prefer doesn't appear at my outpost when my outpost supposedly has all parts unlocked. Anyway, we can pick up one of those in New Atlantis. The first thing is, don't know why you guys are coming up with this stuff again. Heading to Jemison Mercantile. One of the add-ons I've got gives her a
If you
little
don't see what you want,
book.
hope you're finding everything you need. Oh, please, take a look.
Notes called The Art of Merging.
Thanks for coming in.
And when you read it, it gives you all of this stuff. So you can turn overlaps off. You can give it some tolerance. And I am going to set the tolerance all the way up to 10. They recommend 3 to 5. But I think I know what I'm doing. Yeah, see, we need a lot more cargo on this ship.
Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
I'm going to see how much I can put in without impacting mobility too badly. Take you guys off. And I think you can attach cargo there. And I like these for their large capacity. So I can go 2 of them like that. They're still good. Where else can I attach them? Oh, I wonder how many of these I can put on. Okay, this gets me not enough landing gear. Fine. Even that gets me not enough landing gear. That's fine. Not sure I like how that looks. Oh, we don't have any gears that clip on the bottom of New Lattice. That's fine. We do need to get something in the way of gear here so we can make our way back to the outpost and do a decent job. Gear. Okay, that'll do to get us back to the outpost. We really only needed to come here just for that little book. I could have done all of the work at my outpost if I'd only read the book this time.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been on mute. So, these guys are the best cargo quantity per mass. So what I did was I pulled all of the cargoes and the masses and the values into a big table and computed cargo per mass and cargo per value. Cargo per mass for almost all the cargo holds is running right around 4.75. Okay, small spread there. Basically, most of it is 4.69 to 4.77. These are unique. They're up at 6.5, so they are lightweight. Now, there's a bunch of them that are down at 3.4. All the shielded cargo holds right around 258 to 3.39, most of them 3.33. Now, cargo per value kind of ranges wildly, but these are good. These are 0.6 cargo per credit, if you are worried about credits. And that's actually an outlier on the high end. So I'm wondering if when these were put together, somebody's finger slipped and it's supposed to be less cargo. Because it should, most of these guys are 0.1 to 0.2 cargo per value. Anyway, so we're going to do these guys. And that gets us our ship. I'm not sure if we actually ended up clipping anything at all, but we could if we wanted to. If I took away the landing gear... Okay, so we do need at least one of those landing gears. I wonder if there's a landing gear I could put in just one dead center. It would clip into the back of this. No, oh well. Those two will do. And that gets us actually a pretty huge amount of cargo. So that's it. That's our modified version of the bird. This is the Rolling Stone. It's got a freaking decent amount of cargo. It is well appointed. It can fight. It can take passengers. It can take crew. It's nice looking on the inside. It's family friendly. We've got an all-in-one berth for everybody to hang out in. We've got the captain's quarters for me and Andrasia. And the back is all engineering bay. And that's good. We're going to go with it. Now, as usual, whenever I work on my ship, the last thing I like to do is do a walk around and make sure all the doors are right.
Captain, greetings.
Hey, Vasco. Okay, so here we are in the adapter module. We've got our bridge up here. These are actually weapon connectors. We've got windows out the back of the bridge where we can look out over the engineering bay and such. Good visibility. I love the visibility from this cockpit. Bridge. I think there's a difference between cockpit and bridge. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it has something to do with whether it's one guy sitting in a fighter cockpit that's like a glove, or a bunch of people in the bridge of a ship managing the ship. Okay, this is me. And I don't expect the crew to be on the ship long term. I live on the ship, but my crew, when I land, can go elsewhere.
Lives get stuffy sometimes.
Yeah.
You're
Nice
handling
place.
this whole captain thing really well.
Yeah, I am. So we're all set. I'm going to add this to the pile of videos that are going out under the single do the overdesign with Stroud and then build the ship. And I'm going to make that all one video and it'll be uploaded. I will see you in the next recording. And this is going to be the third time I've said this in this video, so I will see you then.